It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was home. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that, nigga. Shit. Bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog need slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, 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 for what he has. He says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, yeah, well, gotta get a piece of mind. A little like magic. Said it feels like magic.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously. Can you?
You don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am, chilling.
Group of you together, you never can tell. Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
I've seen a lot of black guys nip. I've seen a lot of black guys nipsy, but I've seen a lot of black guys nipsy. I've seen a lot of black guys nipsy, but
My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply.
Dance with me. Oh, yeah. Dance with me. Oh, yeah. Everybody.
damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, Hunky?
Don't know me what it
I don't mean to be out of line. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line.
Where's all that noise? Oh, where's all that noise? Oh, that's his daddy.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Get your hands off of me, shit!
The Chinese platform, you already the Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. And then
I think we OD. I think we OD. I think we OD.
My word, can't be my equal, don't know what you heard. That's the difference when you're my. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they. Heavy, I'm a walking dead. Heavy, I'm a walking. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the. I hit the loot juice. It pulls up in the dude. I hit the loot. I hit the loot juice. It pulls up in the deuce. I hit.
Like I said, you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Shotzi, is it true what they say about the way you people are gifted? Oh, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Nigga. 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 Lean and buck, lean buck. Lean and buck, lean buck, lean buck.
To the east. To the west. To the south. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe.
Well, that's my motherfucking cue to come on in.
Thank you all that are out there watching. Thank you very much. But you know how I start my show, and I'm ready. I started the same way. I show the most excellent lilies. I show the rob from God. I show the amber that we all should all desire. And you should know by now, even though they don't pay me to do it, I pay to buy it. But I don't mind because I still think this is the greatest beer in the land. This is Great Lakes. And you know, I was born in the Great Lakes. Elliot Ness, baby. So pop them if you got them. Swoop on in there, baby, and just pop. Oh, it pops it off with strength. That's pretty spiffy. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Comes from my mom. Oh. And again, we're highlighting the crystal basketball beer glass. This is what beer glasses look like in the 60s, is pretty much this. So pop them if you got them. And I would definitely say cheers to everyone, be it whatever you drink, water, soda, whatever you drink. Cheers. Toast to the boogie. And you know I'm already geeked. I'm already on the herb gummies, 50 milligram per. And this is still jumping. This thing is, it's like the magic one. But this is the Jungle Brothers. So I'm about to Jungle Bruh. So smoke them if you want them. I did it. Ah. That was a good one. Oh, okay. All right. The one egg. Oh my goodness. Where? I gotta look up where I saw that jersey. Man, Nike just came out with a Aggies jersey. Might have to order that sucker. It just says Aggies across the chest, but I might have to get that. That was kind of nice. I came across that. The one, what is happening? Thank you for coming, but definitely Aggie Pride. And let me speak about Aggie Pride. Now check this out. This is something that, oh, I know I brought that napkin in here for something. This is something that has bothered me about A&T, and I'm gonna say this. I met a gentleman that used to babysit for probably was my handler. He's my mentor, but more than likely he's probably a handler too. But anyway, and he's probably, Mr. Bethua's handler as well. Now I think about it, he's probably his handler because he said that Mr. Bethua, when he went to A&T, and this is, I think, Alvin Bethua, he's in the Hall of Fame. You know, he went to A&T and he's in the Hall of Fame. And he said, he used to babysit some of my friends, again, and Dwayne Pee Wee Board, I've talked about many times. I mean, both these men deserve statues at A&T. I mean, Mr. Bethea is in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. You dig? And Dwayne Pee Wee Board, I think he won all 4 Super Bowls with Montana. I think he won all 4. I think he was one of the ones that was he won at least 3, but he played in the Detroit one, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he played in all 4. Unless he didn't play in that last one with Jerry Rice, which I'm not sure. But he won at least 3 Super Bowls, at least, if not 4. So this guy should have a statue. Joe Binion, maybe, possibly. Joe could go. I mean, I watched Joe kill Spriggs that went to Howard. Like Howard had, like that year of 81, maybe 81. Let me see. I wasn't playing. I was just working. So that might have been 83, 82, 83. Howard had Spragues. They had a dude named Watson that was 7 foot, and they had another dude named 7 foot. And Joe Binion put that work on him. Joe put that work on him. Spragues later played for the Lakers. I think he might have won a ring with the Lakers. But Joe Binion put it on him. He put it on him. He beat him in the MEAC tournament. And yeah, that's what we watched. And he was killing him. I had good seats. Man, he was killing him. Joe Binion put that work in on him. And you know, some of my guys that played, you know, just because I didn't play, some of my other guys that I hung with, Chicken and what's his name? I can picture this Chicken and damn, I'm getting old, y'all. But those was my guys. But yeah, the one, thank you for joining. And I know you got to have vision. And you know, there's only one place we dance on the Chocolate Mountain, and that's the Galactic Patio. And will you join me in? Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. That kills me. Ooh, ah. And you know, there's only one rule. Don't touch my. Leave that F-150 alone. But the reward is great. I'm here to take you higher, baby. Jamar 3224. What's up? My bitches. You saying? Woo. Got to have vision. And join me on the Galactic Patio. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the and you know there's only one rule. Don't touch my truck. Leave that F-150 alone, baby, but I will promise to take you. El Reborn, Amaroon Khan, peace and love to you and light. Thank you for joining. And I know you've got to have vision. And I know the place where everybody else is partying, you don't mind joining, and that's the Galactic Patio. Let's it. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And there's only one rule. Don't touch my leave that F-150 where it is. But I promise to take you. And CWE, what is happening? And I know you definitely got to have vision. And you know there's only one dance, and you know where we do it at on that Galactic Patio. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And you know there's only one rule. Don't touch my truck. Leave that F-150 alone, but I promise to take you. Let me take you higher, baby. And there's one of my main man who always flies in and out of Japan. See over the technician. And I know he's got rhythm because he plays the coolest music. Got to have vision. And I know he likes to get down because all them good music he plays. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. Ooh, that is so great. But you know there's only one rule you got to follow. Don't touch my truck. And I promise to take you. Thank you, Sly Stone, for letting us take you higher. And all the 600,000. Dr. Sinister, what is happening? Oh, and I know you got to have vision. And there's only one place we get down on the Chocolate Mountain, and that is the Galactic Patio. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And you know that only one rule you got to follow. Don't touch my truck. But I promise to take you. I promise to take you higher. Now, one of the first things I am going to bring up is, how did Detroit lose? Y'all see my boy Livers. Livers was playing. playing tonight. I think he's number 12, my homeboy. But they was what, 66-47 at halftime, and ended up losing by what, 3? What was it? 128? Was it 128? 124, wasn't it? 128, 124 for their 28th consecutive loss. And they were in this game. I mean, it is the ultimate embarrassment. But I remember this. Now, there's a dude named Fred Carter. He coached a little bit. This is old head. This is old head that, man, I'm trying to think. He played in the 70s. I don't even think he probably played in the 60s and 70s, but his name was Fred Carter. I think, matter of fact, okay, yeah. So when Errol Monroe and Wes Armsell, when they make it to the finals and lose to the Bucks, Fred Carter was on that team. And I'm wondering, is it when Armsell left? But he didn't leave because he was there when they won the championship. But I think that's the worst team ever. That 71 team. I was watching that team was I think the worst pro basketball team ever. And so, I watched the first half, and then, I watched the football game. I want to talk about this man. I talked about Wilt last night, and if you guys got to watch, I think it's on Showtime, that Wilt was an outstanding person. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. Like, if you read Jackie McLaren's book about Larry Bird and Magic, Magic talks about a part where Kareem comes to him and Kareem wants to all of a sudden change and, be this open up guy. And Magic's like, well, Kareem, you're going to have to smile. You're going to sign a lot of autographs. You're going to have to do a lot of stuff that's out your comfort zone. And we know that was never Kareem. And, Kareem, like, even the way Kareem treated Wilt. I mean, even Kareem, now I'll say this, Kareem even talked shit about Ali at one point. He said he didn't know what kind of Islam Ali practiced. So Kareem, man, and now he's a total sellout. Wilt didn't have to sell out. But Wilt didn't choose to I mean, he wasn't out there walking. But Wilt, one thing I admired, he did what Magic did. See, when Magic went to the Lakers, he had 2 people to model after how to get rich. Yes, he had Dr. Buss, but he also had Wilt. Man, I learned tonight, Wilt, not only because Wilt's place was recently up for sale. I caught that. His place was recently up for sale. It tells how Wilt bought his family a 28 apartment building. His family in LA. Somewhere around LA. I forget what. They didn't give any specifics, but it was like in LA somewhere. 28 apartments that his family lived in. And Wilt was shaking hands. I mean, Wilt, Magic looked at Wilt and said, I can be that. And one thing they say is Wilt was one of the first basketball players that didn't need a second job in the off season. He had did well enough. And that's when, I said this last night, when Wilt said, I want a Jewish doctor, I want a Jewish lawyers, I want a Jewish money manager. Again, money managing. These people are, trained to save money and put you in the right frame of mind of money. Now, there's nothing wrong with him being, a conservative back then. I mean, again, I guess what would be hard is, you supported Goldwater. Because if you was a conservative, when Goldwater ran against Lyndon B., and that's what made most black folks that's what turned most black folks into Democrats, was that election. That election of Goldwater versus, Lyndon B. And black folks ever since then, well, kind of a little bit of Kennedy too, but the Kennedy thing turned into. But on a personal thing, like Wilt really did it. Wilt did it, and he's a great man. And I think people really don't understand. I mean, you can say what you want, but this man played pro basketball from the time he was in 8th grade until well in his 30s. Played, multiple pros. Probably started playing pro basketball in 8th grade. And he probably did it He was full time because back then you could play in them pro games and nobody would know. Now, by the time he got in high school, maybe it slowed down a little bit, but because he had so much attention. But before then, when he was playing pro ball, 8th, 9th grade. So I think I don't know. No one played the way he played. You guys don't understand how hard it is to score 50 in a game. It ain't like Kobe. I mean, that Kobe 80 game, when we talk about basket manipulation, check this out. Kobe's last game, who remembers that? Kobe's very last game. He shot 50 times and scored, what, 60 points? Did you see what a Globetrotter exhibition that was? You had Hayward running out the way because he was with the Jazz. It was like when Russell Westbrook got his triple-double, it's like nobody else would rebound. They would, they would just let the rebound go, both teams, so he could get it. So this, the way Will did it, this was every night bringing it. Look at the numbers from that season he scored. And he didn't even get the MVP. That's what's so sad. This man averaged 50 and 30 and didn't get the MVP because the players was jealous of him. Now, that was some player hating like it never was. Look at all them nights he scored 70, 50, 50. Remember James Harden just broke one of the things or tied the amount of 30 games in a row? This man played seasons where he played more minutes than the season had because of overtime. Played the whole game. Average 50, 28 rebounds a game. Now you tell me that isn't the most dominant season there ever was. Had a 70-point game. Multiple 50-point games. And yet we have this argument, you just don't understand what it took to do what he did. I mean, people don't understand how this man was one of the greatest athletes, like the stamina like Dennis Rodman, ran all day and didn't really have a serious knee injury until I didn't even know in the 71 series against the Knicks. I didn't know he was hurt. I didn't know that. So they choked the hell out of that game and they lost by 8. So yeah, it was 128, maybe 120 then. Yeah, maybe I thought the other one was 128. Okay. I don't see when they have I have a win because I know they aren't betting the Warriors or Utah. They aren't beating the Warriors or Utah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I think it might have been 120, 128. I think that was what it was. But yeah, they fucked that game. I don't see when they have a win. Yeah, they aren't beating those teams. I lost respect for Kareem when he sued that football player with the same name. Yeah, he hated on him. The boy is showing, you ain't seeing Jalen Rose go after all the people and all the people named Jordan. I mean, Jalen, that surprised me that Jalen went so many people. And I know, like, a little guy got killed a couple summers ago. He was one of the first Jalens I knew after Jalen Rose, So, yeah, Kareem, I don't know. Now he's a sellout, and that's sad. But he never, like Kareem, and that gets back to my point about Wilt. Wilt had charisma. Wilt owned a nightclub. Wilt was playing in Philadelphia, but living in New York. Playing in Philadelphia, but an hour away. I mean, matter of fact, I don't know if the trains was probably running even then, where you just take the train there. They found out driving fast was quicker. Because I imagine, I don't know, Silva, can you make it from Philly to New York within an hour? I don't know. I have no idea. I've only been to New York. I haven't been to, no, I've been to Philly. I've went to a few games, but to say I know it, I don't know it. No, I don't know it. But that's why Wilt had his spot somewhat in the GOAT conversation. They were letting him, Kobe, absolutely letting Kobe shoot. Just look back at that game with Jalen Rose, and they don't want to tell you the big boy that later played in with LeBron and then Bosh. Bosh is in that game. Why Jalen Rose want to take all that heat? And you talking about Bosh was an all-star, I think, that season. But they put it all on Jalen. They was letting him shoot. Same thing when he scored 83. They manufactured that. They couldn't stop Wilt from scoring. Well, I know some people talked about how they got frustrated, Wilt in his 4th, 5th, 6th year, because the ball was going into him and he was just doing that work. And I can imagine other guys, playing because he's doing that work. And watching it too, you get to see the basket manipulation shot. And Jerry West, this is for all you Hoop fans. Jerry West, I should have recorded. I'm gonna watch that again and record that. Jerry West says the ball must have bounced 15 feet in the air. That goes into flubber. That goes into flubber. Jerry West says it. The ball, and I've been saying that is not the first manipulated shot. I've been saying that it wasn't. I found the first one. And I forgot to record it, but I found it. And I know who it is because he played in that game too. The dude whose first shot. Yeah. And the first shot was against Boston. I'll give that hint too. But yeah, but that Don Nelson shot is, and they hold Wilt out as well. They hold Wilt out of the game too. Wilt had, injured his knee, probably had partially torn his patella somewhere because he does get injured the next year. And, the brother didn't live long. He died like a year older than me. He died at 63. I don't know if he had to pay the piper earlier or Wilt did the Walter Payton. Be like, Wilt, we going to take one of them or we going to take, he's like, take me. Take me. Maybe depends on the bus or can't. Okay. So, you can't take away his effort, and he was outstanding, man. I mean, he had love for human beings. He ego tripped and let a publishing company and a writer talk him into saying, I got with 20,000 chicks, because they knew that would get a lot of attention. And, when he released it, because I read the first book, and the first book wrote about him was just called Wilt. An interesting story, very interesting story. I read the second book that came out in 91 with Magic, and it was just poor timing as they show. Here's Wilt talking about he done slammed 20,000 people, and then you got Magic saying, hey, I got the Holy Ghost. So it was poor timing. So he took a little heat, but remember MC Hammer played him? They made a joke about it on Saturday Night Live with MC Hammer being Wilt. He laid in the bed, so a little self-sabotage there, but overall I was impressed with it. Rightly so. When they placed Bill Russell wasn't a great basketball player. As I said last night, when Wilt was faced with when they finally beat them. Well, the Don Nelson shot, they probably could have beat them too. Okay, the Wilt and them was getting the momentum, and they held there, got the rebound. Jerry West was hot. But that was only 3 Hall of Famers, and when they finally, they didn't get them that year, but the next year when they finally did get them, and again, they beat New York. They ended up beating New York. But that team, when he faced, as I said before, in 67, when he had multiple Hall of Famers, they blew Bill Russell and them out. So that's how you judge them. You can't say all these years where you got one Hall of Famer against 7 to 8 Hall of Famers, and then you're going to say, Bill Russell was great. Well, Bill Russell wasn't a great scorer. He had to have hoopers around him. And Wilt never really had that. Not until really 67. So, again, Bill Russell played with talent. So that does take, some of it away. Because he played with multiple Hall of Famers, multiple good basketball players, a team. So, but a very good series. Okay, to the Browns game. I mean, it was New York. I mean, the funny thing about what everybody was saying kind of secretly is they thought the Jets defense was going to be good, but they thought with Rodgers, but everybody was saying under their breath, they didn't think that they didn't think he had the offensive line. Everybody was kind of saying that. It was like, I don't know. Rodgers, the Jets got a lot of hopes and they was on TV, but you got to protect that old man back there. And if you don't, he played 4 snaps. And we saw the same thing, it happened today where they wasn't really blocking. Now, the pick he threw was on purpose. Definitely that first pick he threw it right to the safety. The safety didn't even do nothing but stand right there. And the dude threw the ball to him. So we know that was bogus. We know that was a bogus play. So, Um, yeah, the Jets just aren't a good team, no matter what. I think they had a better defense last year, but not a very good team. Flacco, again, he's a statue, not going to really move unless they move the pocket with him, but he has a strong arm. He threw the pick six. Both teams threw a pick six. I thought that was, and the pick six is always allude to Joe Namath. Like when the Jets quarterback, I talked about this the other night. When Donaldson did his very first play, he threw a pick six. That was allude to Joe Namath. And again, here we are, Thursday night game. We see allude to Joe Namath by both quarterbacks. By both quarterbacks, we see allude to Joe Namath throwing pick six. I mean, but that one to the safety. I mean, he threw it right straight to him. That wasn't even. And like when the 34 got his first touchdown, they wasn't really trying to get him. Myles Garrett one time, it was a sack where he had him and he took the poor angle and went over him and this grabbing and the guy ran to get a first down. I was like, that was so fake. That was so fake. So it gets to be I don't know. It wasn't a very entertaining game. That's why I was watching the basketball game. I watched it to the point where the football game came on. That was halftime. I think I watched the game up to halftime. So when I came back, I was very surprised they didn't give it to them. Here they get a national televised game, and I thought, really, national televised game. I thought they would give them a win, and it's not money. It's just, I think somewhat expansion basketball. I think so. Um, the overall talent in the league, they try to say that the young people have made it less, but I think that's the opposite. I've always thought that young talent, makes it better. I mean, basketball is like no other sport. Um, because at a very young age, you can compete in a way you can't compete in baseball. Maybe you can compare it a little bit to soccer, where everybody can play, everybody has a chance. But even soccer, at a certain, you have to still have a certain stature to really move through people, because soccer can be physical. But basketball is basically where you can take 3 or 4 men, 3 or 4 teenagers, and basically play. Basically play. And if you've got the same on each side, they will compete. Again, if you don't try to bully one of them, but if you just let them do a free flowing game, that's what makes basketball unique. In my very young age, I took my 28-year-old son. He was in the gym. Like every Sunday when I coached was open gym. And I brought in dudes, some of my friends, a couple of my brother-in-laws back then, and a bunch of their friends, and we played every Sunday. My son would always want to play with me because I bust everybody. That was when that three, yeah, that was my best shooting year. Probably what year was that? 5, probably 4 or 5 and 6. I really shot the ball good. I mean, it was like really worked on my threes and really shot the ball good. I've told this story before. I played one time, a bunch of times, like people, I know it gets lost, but like pickup ball, I can remember these games so vivid. And it's like we had one game where I literally we won 11 games in a row, which was something like 3 hours. And every game started exactly like a dude doing a pick in front of me. I've told this story many times. One of the homies, Tony, like you would check the ball to a dude. We had a thing in Battle Creek where you would check the ball to a dude, and then the dude would throw it back to you, and then Tony would flash in front of him. I would throw it to Tony, and Tony would give it right back to me. I hit that shot every game for 11 straight games. I didn't miss the opening. It was like every game we was up 2-0. Because Tony would come right in front of the dude because people would be standing so far back and none of them would come up. And I'd kind of laugh, and I hit that shot 11 straight times. So all that work put in counts, and it's fun. But yeah, those years I really shot the ball well. Going to see, let's see, Maine tomorrow. I think that's who they're playing. The Gophers, I think, are playing Maine. So me and the daughter is going to, let me see. Yeah, Maine Black Bears. So I got to some kind of way. I got to find my hoodies. I've got some Gopher hoodies. I know where the shirts are. And man, where was I? Man, I saw a nice Gopher. It was a t-shirt, but it was like the little Gopher was really mad looking. I liked it. So my daughter said the game starts at 6:30. This game started at 6. Doesn't let me go back. Okay, how do you clear this? So I guess we'll get there a little early. All right. So yeah, going to see the Maine Bears. Yeah, the earlier the better. That's what I say. The earlier the better. Get up from being over there. It's yeah, it's not far. Not really. Once it's not far in town. It's really more east. The campus is really close to, the Mississippi River. Actually, the campus is on technically the Mississippi River, parts of the campus. And now football season is officially over up here because they had their bowl game. And, we got the big NFL Saturday. Georgia plays Florida State, and that looks like that's going to be terrible. Florida State, everybody is not playing. Florida State is not playing with the team that they were going to play with. A bunch of people, I think 20 starters have left. So I don't know about Florida State, y'all. I don't know about Florida State. I don't know what to expect from them. And that you really haven't been hearing how many people from Georgia that damn, wow, to give wow, I'm trying to read this. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She was talking about some other shit. Okay. I didn't quite read it. I didn't know what she was talking about. Ah. But yeah, okay. I was talking about I don't know where my jersey is, so I know it's one is under my bed. Damn. What is all this shit? Says, is the public tired of TG Jakes or the black church? Oh, that couldn't be funnier. That couldn't be funnier. Who is this? What is this? Oh, the Carolina Panthers. Check this out. What does it say? Carolina Panthers couldn't give the tickets away? What? Yeah, we know. Okay, so what was it? Let's see. It says, go woke, go broke. NFL team stadium empty despite offering $1 tickets. Black Lives Matters, anti-police led to decline in stadium attendance. The intrusion of politics into football has been criticized by various political affiliations. On the empty seats, despite reports of tickets being sold, images show low attendance, possibly due a combination of poor performance, weather, and new entry policies. The decline in attendance is not limited to one team. Others experience that. Depending on where you look, the prices Carolina range from 45 cents to $5. The controversy, the politicization of the league is hired by former Trump continues to impact its popularity. Yeah, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. What was the NBA? Let's find that score. I thought it was, where is it at? Where's that score? Let's see. Tonight's scores. Dang, they ain't got any scores. They suck. Let me find them. Let me find the scores. Hands are unsteady. Oh, did y'all hear about Aaron? Yeah, did y'all hear about Aaron Gordon? They said he got bit by a dog in his face. Did y'all check that out? He got bit in his face and his hand. Yeah, Aaron Gordon will remain away from the team. He recovers from lacerations to his face and hand caused by a dog bite. He is in good condition, but there's no specific timetable for his return. He suffered lacerations on his face and hand resulting from a dog bite. Damn, he got attacked by a dog. If that's real, it could be. Season, Belando Magic, he won't be there. Gordon has tallied 124 steals. So, second year forward is among the players likely step in while he is gone. Wow. So, yeah. When are they going to let Draymond come back? Update on Draymond. Golden State, there's growing clarity. Let's see. They tell. Recent Golden State suspension has been sidelined for the last 6 games. Wow, that's about 2-3 weeks. Complications back to court. Reporting underscores its duration is tentative estimate on government recovery. Potential reinstatement. The regular Zoom meeting being held to evaluate its progress. The virtual gathering to bring together. Yeah, it's all an act with Green. It's all an act. The approach to Green suspects discussed rehabilitation than punishment seems to be guiding to it, making him go to anger management classes. The timeline is potentially be back on the court for Pistons against the 5th. So that's 1-5. 1-5. He's coming back. 1-5-24. 1-5-24. That's when it. Following these matchups, scheduled for a 4-game road tip. Absence, suspension may elevate some. So he might come back the 5th. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if he comes back the 5th or not. We will see. But yeah, I was surprised about this story with Aaron Gordon. Yeah, I was very surprised. Because that's nothing to play with. Not really nothing to play with. And dogs just freak out sometimes. But I'll tell you, let me tell you about a dog, though. Dogs are scared of guns. A dog, even if it ain't never seen a gun, that's one thing that most dogs don't charge. I mean, I've been around a bunch of dogs where they won't charge a gun. I saw a guy, the first time I saw a cop kill a dog, it was like the dog wasn't doing shit, and he just shot him. It was like the dog was in the yard, stopping them from knocking on the door, and he was like, fuck this, and he just shot the dog. But I've had dogs run at me, and I pull out a gun. Dogs, they'll stop. And I've had this happen, not a lot, but a couple times. Dogs, they see that, they see that lack of fear, and they sense something. Because, dog is like any animal, they looking for fear too. Make you panic, you don't think straight. Oh, here we go. Let's see what it says. Pistons on pace to give Detroit the worst team in the Big Four sports since 2000. Well, remember, the football team went what? 0-16? Didn't the football team go 0-16 one season? They broke the Tampa Bay record. Climbing the list. The 2-28 Pistons are making are one loss from tying the NBA record. I think they only did it for the most consecutive week. Yeah, they tied it. And they're 2 losses away from breaking it at 30. So Pistons keep it up. They're a team with the worst 20th since record. NFL 08 Lions was 0-16. The Tigers in 03 were 43. Wow, they were that bad? Wow. The Red Wings were 20, 17, and 49. Damn. You could hit a Detroit sports fan in the kneecap. Now, what's interesting is about this, Lions will never win a Super Bowl. They let the Pistons win NBA championships. They let the NHL win, but they haven't let the Lions win. They haven't let the Lions win. Let's see. Yeah, see what it is? NBA record, NFL Lions, 08, 0-16, Tigers. That's a crazy record there. Wow. And the 20 Red Wings. The 08 Lions went 0-16, got outscored by 249 points on the season. At least the Cleveland Browns were kind enough to give them some company by going winless in 17. I didn't remember that. Cleveland went winless in 17. Okay. The Tigers had a historically miserable season on Diamond. They won a whopping 43 games in sport that gives you 162 chances to get a win. They were bludgeoned consistently and finished season with a minus 337 runs, or almost 200 runs worse than the closest team. Damn. On the ice, the Red Wings experienced a sharp fall from power, and the cumulative in the pandemic shortened season culminated in the pandemic shortened season, the year they went 17-49-5, were 23 points worse than 30th ranked. Somehow they had a minus 122 goal differential. That seemed like the Pistons are desired to join the club. There's good news for the city of Detroit. The Lions won the division for the first time in 30 years. They are running for the number 1 seed, which means the road to the Super Bowl would run through maybe. The Eagles is just got a better record at this point. So, yeah. I think the Bullets are the worst team of all time. I think they won 3 games. Oh, here we go. This is what happened tonight. Pistons blow 21-point lead with Celtics and lose the record 28th straight game. 28. What is this? Air Jordan Retro Shoes. Night Stadium. Okay. How they come up with these names? Pistons blow a 21-point lead and lose their 28th game. In 04, the Pistons surprised the world and won an NBA title. They defeated the stacked Lakers filled with Hall of Famers. Their title came after 3 years of hard work when they slowly improved each team, and they didn't draft Carmelo Anthony, and they were rewarded for not drafting him. Oh, I was way off on the score. Where they showed it? It popped in here. 120. Yeah, okay, yeah, 128. Yeah, it was 128, 122. Yeah. So that's 6. They lost by 6. Yeah, I knew it was 128. I remember that number. I couldn't remember the other number. A year after that, lead Boston to set the NBA record. Okay. A year that they lost the conference final. After that, they lost a few times in the conference final. Finally, they devolved into tonight, losing 21-point lead as Boston set to a record 28 losses. The Pistons were supposed to be one of the promising teams. Cade Cunningham is their leader, and he's poised to be a star. Oh, the goaltending was bullshit, too. They called that bullshit goaltending on him to put him in overtime. Detroit traded for James Wiseman. I don't know why they don't play him. You can't tell me he's that bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe Wiseman is as bad as they say. They're not giving him his fair chance. During the offseason, they hired Monty Williams. He coached Phoenix. Finally, Rear coached them to the best record. Cade Cunningham has verbalized frustration, struggles. Tonight, the Pistons have played well against Boston, led by Tatum. Is one of the NBA's best teams to return to the finals. However, they were outplayed by the Pistons, looking like anything but contenders. However, Tatum had a strong comeback, resulting in a 21-point hold to win. To give the Pistons a record for 28. So, did you see it? Do you see this? They score 128, they lose their 28th straight. Do you see what they did there? How they put it in the score? You see how they put the 28 in the score and they lost their 28th? You think this is not on purpose? Let's see. So, 128, 122. Damn, Pistons. But that doesn't matter. Cleveland won, so I don't care about the Pistons, win or lose. They've never been one of my teams. I never liked the Pistons. I don't know why. I never did. I didn't like Dave Bean growing up. That was the great Piston when I was young. Dave Bean. But I was never. I didn't mind Isaiah. I was actually happy for Isaiah, no doubt. I'd met Isaiah in 8th grade, so I was happy for Isaiah when he played with the Pistons. And the year before, Kelly Capuka. Kelly Capuka, because his daddy played in the AFL. Yeah, Teddy Capuka, something like that. I thought that they really was going to have a chance. I think John Long was there. I'm trying to think. John Long. And they did Adrian Danley dirty. I can't say that Adrian Danley put him over, where I think Adrian Danley was really the same kind of player. Both was drivers. I think Adrian Danley was better at it. He just needed more dribbles to do it. But Mark Aguirre and Isaiah were friends, so they probably orchestrated some of that to get them together. So, yeah. But yeah, these next couple of days, I mean, it's going to be, for sports junkies, it's going to be perfect for everybody. If you love ball games, and I mean, the Cowboys playing the Lions is going to be a great game Saturday. That's going to be a great game, I think. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a great game on Saturday. Where is it? Let me see how this will show. I got something to show here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And this looked horrible when I showed it before, so I'm gonna have to see how this works because it looked. Maybe my camera was dirty. I don't know, but it looked horrible when I watched it earlier. So, but I want to show some shit that I was surprised at. Let's see. Is this the best I can get her? Oh, okay. So there ain't really nothing to hear. Oh, I guess there's a lot to hear. Ain't no music and shit though, so But this is just me cruising through the Mall of America. It was packed. Let me tell y'all, it was packed. It took me 20 minutes to find a park. I had to go into the ramp. And I mean, this is a Thursday afternoon. I would dare say there was 100,000 people in here. I mean, every floor is like this. Every floor. And you see how you see a little bit of everybody? That's what I love about this place. You see a little bit of everybody. It ain't just Europeans. You see a little bit of everybody. And this is Legoland. In the front, you can build Legos. And let me tell y'all. Let me show y'all this. Now I'm kind of I'm on the mend. I'm starting to walk and stuff again, and I went out there, and every day I pretty much walk every day or every other day, and my watch was like, it looks like you're trying to exercise, so can we be involved? So that's right, it's yesterday. Let's show all health data. And I know I'm just starting, but to get it. But it was 10,870 steps. It is yeah, it was it 10,000, no, 11,706 steps at the Mall of America. It was, let me see the miles. Distance. What's the miles? 5.1 miles. So walking, I got in 5.1 miles. Now I did when I bought my shoes, I sat down and I ate. But I had walked, I didn't like I got there. I got there about 2. I want to say 2. So I think it took me to 2:20 to park. Well, no, I probably didn't get there. It takes about roughly 18 minutes maybe to get there, maybe 20 at the most. It's not that far. It's only like 6 miles, I think, maybe a little more, but it's not that far. But it was packed, so it took me a while. But then I walked, yeah, because I ate, and I had that delicious Long John Silver's. Let's see something here. Let's see something. Let me see if I can show you guys something. Let's see. Why am I whispering? Oh, let's see. Is this it? This is not it. And I might have to just go back to. Oh, this is it. Oh, where can I use that? I want those back. Okay. Anyway, thought I had some highlights. There was no highlights. Thought I had some highlights, and there's no highlights. I'm sorry. There we go. But yeah, I just I walked, and it was fun. And it's fun. Now it's interesting, looking at the styles and stuff. I thought I'd got them Timberland talismans that my daughter wanted. I thought I had them, but wasn't able to get them. But it's and then look at all the people walking, holding their phones. I was doing the same thing, but I was recording people, and just chilling. And these are all different kind of people. It ain't just like dominant. It ain't you would think, but it's like this is a tourist attraction as well. So people, probably from Wisconsin came here, Iowa, everywhere. People charter buses just to come up here, spend the night. It's a water park next door. It's a amusement park in the middle. So it's quite of attraction. And I'm saying, 100,000 people in one spot, that's a lot of people. And it can hold it and it can feed. There's no temperature in this mall. It's always the same temperature. And believe me, you get in here walking, and if you really just go to walk, oh man, you get a nice, you can get a nice sweat. I forget, it's almost a mile going around. Now, there's one cat I want y'all to see. I know he's gonna come up, but I was quite. I think I showed him. So, and it's just me. I'm just chilling. I'm just walking, getting my walking in, enjoying being around people. They tried to restrict this place to COVID. You had to wear a mask and walk around. That's the stupidest shit I ever saw. It's like, this is some bullshit, but you see but it's still, you'll see the mask bandits every now and then to remind you of the stupidity that the world is and the way people want to submit. And I parked at Macy's, and Macy's is more on the west side. So if you come, you want to, get where the good focal point to park, Macy's is good. Because Macy's, like, if you're coming from the south and you go, anyway, if you're coming in and go Killebrew Drive, it can take you right to where you can go to Macy's. And Macy's would, like, if you just come to the mall to eat, Macy's is right. Like, when you go on the third floor of Macy's, that's where you eat. Benihana, all that shit is right there outside of Macy's. And I had my world famous Long John Silver's seafood shop. I love Long John's, and this is one of the only places. Okay. Look at this gentleman right here, y'all. It says security, right? It says security. Doesn't say much more. It says security. Check him out. Now, he's not a cop. He definitely doesn't have any cop badges on or nothing. He just got security. Because I got in front of him. I was impatient, but don't worry, he comes back. But I'll point it out when he does, because this is not that long. And this just means this is how the mall is. This mug goes on and on and on. Man, they've got, maybe this is the shop. No, this is that candle shop. They got a shop that's just Japanese type of candies. It's like a shop of Japanese, Asian, please, I'm not disrespecting, but it's like Asian candies, Asian junk food. It is a shop that is just nothing but Asian junk food. And I should have been showing the stores. I'm sorry I didn't. Because I was just really walking. Because it took me, I forgot where the Nike store was. I was like, damn, I thought it was on the first floor. So I walked on the first floor twice. And I was like, damn, it ain't here. Let me go up. Let me go up. So, there's a little bit of everybody out here. And, just chilling. Consumers are consuming, y'all. They are consuming. And rag stock is the kind of place where they look at what designer stuff come out and they make the cheap version of it. I don't know why I did. It looks like I turned around. I don't think I did. But I want to show y'all who I caught when I come back. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Okay, I know it's blurry, but this dude has an AR. This guy has an AR. Can you see it right here? I'll show it again in full. Let me rewind it. Like, look at him now. You can see the AR right there. He has an AR right here in the picture. See? You can see it clear. See? He has an AR. It just says security. He got a 9 or maybe a 40. I can't really tell. He has that on his hip. He does have some type of identification right here this mug has an AR up in the mall. And nobody seemed panicked by it. I mean, he tried to blend in, and again, he does have ID. He is clearly marked as security, but he had this heavy weapon up in here. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, come act a fool up here. They got somebody to meet you. And, they wanted to show you this just to show, I'm one of the most racist people. You know that. Where was it? Did I miss it? Oh, okay, it's a little past. But, I just wanted to show you that for you darkies out there wondering where you represented, I'm going to show you were represented. You got to look because it's really quick. There you go. See, I got some darkies on here. If you guys just say, hey, you're not showing any darkies. See, I got these two darkies. It's always about the darkies. Oh. But yeah, this is the kind of thing I did. And this stuff, all these statues and stuff are all made out of them damn blocks. Like all these statues. And I think I'm going to eat. I must be holding my bag. Damn, the stairs wasn't moving. At first, I was like, damn, the stairs ain't moving. The stairs moving slow as shit. Why didn't I walk? Look how slow these mugs is going. I'm still on them right now. I'm still just trying to get up. Damn, these things go slow as hell. Oh, hey, we can pause the cause. One of my greatest supporters from the SIP, my man, Lorenzo D228. And I know you got to have vision. And I know you'll join everybody else who's been getting down for hours. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And there's only one rule. Don't touch my truck. But I promise to take you. Lorenzo, Dolphins might beat Ravens. No, I think I got the Ravens too. Ravens is given 3. I'm definitely taking them 3. And 47. Yeah. They give him the Ravens 3. This Dolphins is giving up 3. So I'm definitely taking the Ravens. This is just a little bit more of this. Going into, I'm about to go eat. I think I filmed until I eat, but it's like all kind of places to go eat. Depend on what you like. But it's funny, I love looking at what people wear, the shoes, their style, the clothing. I'm dressed better than everybody. I'm in that gold. I had to wear it again. I'm in that gold needle polo, matching suit. And then, of course, I got the LeBron 21s, the black ones with the patent leather on. So, I'm stiff up in that motherfucker, definitely. Oh, I think you know what? I was looking to pee. That's why I turned around. I had to go pee, and that's why I quit recording. I had to go pee, so I quit recording. I was like, I can't record in here. That's why I turned it off. But this is, on the 3rd floor is where you eat. And if you go right into Macy's, you stay in any of the ramps that goes into Macy's. And, the eating place is right there. So just go park into Macy's, go up on the 3rd floor of Macy's, and go out. Yeah, it's about cut it here. It's like, oh shit, can't record no more. So that's what I did, Now I can't say if I got my heart up or anything. The Clippers-Lakers playoff series for the first time. Oh, Clippers-Lakers, maybe. I'm predicting the Warriors-Suns playoff series, scripted revenge for KD. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, definitely. We know the NBA is scripted. No doubt about that. That's why I was, watching them highlights of all the Boston games, It's like I was saying, with the John Havlicek that play, it was obvious, just get a ball to Wilt. It was obviously, just run something. Wilt can jump way over Bill Russell. Wilt, put yourself where he can just throw it to you high. You might can throw it out and then give it back to you, and you can dominate Bill Russell like he did. So, so Oh, okay. So that's a good time for me to I guess what they call it to show you what I bought. Now, this is like it's funny. You got to be a snooper. um, you got to be a snooper, and these are 4 pair. Yeah, no, these are 4 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pair. Right, 5 pack. Nike Fit 6. This is a 6 pack of ankle Everyday Plus. Dudes was like telling me they were sold out of these, and I just kept looking. So I'm gonna see if my daughter can wear these. These might be too big for her. That means I just bought me 2 packs. But what was cool is these is show they was 28. Oh, no, the lighting, I don't know. Oh, there we go. And something I didn't know they did, I get a 6-month anniversary 10% off. So I got these for 25, I think. And so I've got, I only got long Nike socks. And so I bought 2 packs of them. They didn't now. So if my daughter can't fit these, which, I got socks for me. So I got these both for 50 too. These is 12 pair of socks for 50. Nike socks, Nike high ankle socks. But that's not the best deal. The best deal was these is LeBron. That ain't what they called. They were called the what do they call inside of mother of pearl? Alba. I gotta look it up. Here they say industrial blue, but these are LeBron 21s. They call these the whatever that mother of pearl is. I know when I got my other ones, I wore my toe pads in the other ones. I was considering getting 14s, but they didn't have 14s and they didn't have them online. So it's like, okay. But the way these are made, these are a little wider, which is interesting. The other one's patent leather. This seems like I don't know, very similar, but this is a wider shoe, which is interesting. The way this shoe is made is wider, which you wouldn't think. So these are excellent. I walked, again, I walked 5 miles in those other ones. Even though, they are snug, but comfortable. My feet don't hurt right now, which tells me how good the shoes are. So let me see the price on here. So these is 210, I think. So they've been putting on Nike, the Nike website. They marked them down to 150. They marked these down because another one just came out. That white one just came out. So these were marked down to 150. Check this out. I don't know if it's little enough, but I got this sucker for 135. I got these shoes for 135. So it was the right timing. And again, this is my Christmas gift because I had a gift card. So I got these suckers for 135 bucks. This was a good deal. This was a really good deal. So I got all this for 186. 12 pair of socks. These shoes, Nike socks at that, Nike ankle socks, and LeBron's. Now I tell you, I don't really understand the older shoes. They ain't as comfortable. I don't get that. The older shoes, the remakes ain't comfortable, but I say to each his own. So another pair of shoes I probably don't need, but that is what my thing is. And you know why?
Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean. scene, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean.
And that's why I get them, because every time I've seen. Oh, and that polo gold ain't nobody hardly wearing. I've not seen. I saw one person had a jacket, but nobody's wearing that. So that's great. I'm like pimping in that shit. Like, yeah, nobody's seeing how sweet this shit is. I like it. So that was my gold. Oh, to go out there and get another pair of shoes or a jacket. I was, kind of had my mind open, but I saw this deal. I was like, yeah, I want that. And I've said, yesterday there was like, I said again, like when you look for clothes in places like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and even Macy's, certain clothes, they don't make a long run of them. Like I mentioned, there's some Tommy jackets that I saw. I mentioned this yesterday that I should have grabbed because I have not. That was the only when they sold out. They must only had that one in different sizes. Those sold out. I haven't even seen them on on the site. And that's the kind of stuff you really want. You want stuff that is a chance that people won't have. And I guess that goes into buying the old sneakers, but I don't think they're comfortable. That's what I'm gonna say. All the old sneakers ain't comfortable. That's why I don't buy them. I mean, okay, they may look a certain way, but they're not comfortable, at least for me. So I go with the new shoes. In 24 year, yeah, Kobe year. I rock polo. Oh, there you go. Especially those horse collars. Yeah. Oh man, like that gold needle inside of it is the green checkered polo inside the hoodie. So I mean, the detail is just crazy. As I've said, I was gonna get because now I just need the black one with the red. The black one with the red. I need that sweatsuit, so I can get that. Because I wanted the all white. I wanted the all white with the gold horse. I took a bear back because my wife bought me a bear. And I was like, I don't like prints. I like stitch. Like stuff like this, I don't even buy it no more. I bought this maybe 2 years ago. I don't buy prints anymore. I buy just stitching. That's what I love about polo. You can get the shit stitched. My hoodies are stitched. I like that. The hat back there is stitched. But they had a baseball hat that had heavy block and had polo and all gold. Can't find it again. Saw one time, cannot find it again. So, but I mentioned that like the run on clothes, it was a jacket. I should have just bought it. But it's like, man, I just wanted to have some bread left. I knew the game. So I didn't buy it. I was like, I'll just wait till after Christmas and I'll go get it. And when sure enough, it was only a medium. And it was like a God, what kind of material was it? It was more of a cloth light jacket, but it was nice. It was nice. $30. And it had the Nike swoosh. And those kind of places, TJ Maxx, Marshalls don't have a lot of Nike. They never sell Nike socks. Never. They don't sell Nike socks. Maybe Macy's you might, because remember, Macy's has a finish line inside. I think no, they have maybe Champs inside. Some of the Macy's have Champs, I think it is. Maybe I forget which one, but Macy's, so every now and then the smaller Macy's will have you'll see Nike. But our nicest Macy is not the Mall of America. It's one nicer. The one in Ridgedale is way nicer. It is like the old-fashioned Macy's. Yeah, the one in Mall of America is okay. It has better jewelry, but the one at Ridgedale, yeah, it has everything. It's more of a nice Macy's. And then, I hit the outlets. So there's no excuse. No tax on clothes up here. So there's no excuse not to look good. No excuse at all. And I thought I found, those Uggs my daughter wanted. It was one pair and they was a size 9. And then I'm glad I didn't buy it because when I was leaving, I caught her. I was like, they're a size 9. And she's like, well, I could have fit in them. And it was like 120. And then my brother-in-law came and he bought my nephew a pair, and he said they run small because my nephew wears a size 11, and he said that he had to get a 12 because he said he put it on because he said he wear more of a 10.5, 11, and he said he was like, whoa. So they run small. So I'm glad I didn't buy it because I almost did. She's like, I could have fit into it, and they will stretch, but they ain't gonna stretch a whole size. And you don't want to, and you know, you don't want to do anything to scrunch your feet up. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. So, you know, that's kind of what I did today. Um, yeah, and then tomorrow I'm going to the game. Oh, you definitely know. Will I go to the game? Yeah, probably so. We do have a in on tickets. My brother-in-law has a friend. I think he paid 10 grand for his season tickets, and he's on one of like the sides. So that's where we got those tickets. So yeah, probably so, probably so. Because even yeah, really, you talking about not a bad spot. It's not a bad seat in that joint. You know, in the Target Center, it's not really a bad seat, no matter where you sit. So yeah, probably so. Maybe just but yeah, we'll see. Because last year, remember, I reported last year when they started selling playoff tickets. So maybe so. I hadn't even thought about that. And you know, oh, I hadn't even thought about this. My guy, I know he got season tickets for the Timberwolves too, and the Wild. So maybe we'll cut into him to see. I kind of hate I didn't go to the hockey game. They invited me to the hockey game. I should have went. Should have went. But I don't know. We had just got married and we had went to the Viking game. And you know, sometimes you just and I'm definitely a homebody, no doubt. So. But yeah, that was my day, and you know, just gonna go to that game and all the games coming on this weekend, and watching you know New Year's Day, going over my best friend's house, and we're yeah gonna watch all the games over there. I'm not sure what we're doing Sunday other than watching football. Other than watching football, I don't know if we're gonna go to Dakota. I was thinking about going back down there and watching, you know, some more live music, but the prices have went up for somebody that's just average. But it's interesting. The tickets are 160 a piece, but that includes dinner. Doesn't say nothing about drinks, but dinner. So that's 300 to get in, and you're getting dinner. Is that worth it? You know, and the seats is probably good if you paid that much. But I don't know. I don't think we're gonna make that. So I don't know what I'm doing Christmas Eve. So whatever you do, I hope you're safe. You know, that's the biggest thing is be safe, whatever you're gonna do. Enjoy your family. As I said before, like what if the world just said, we don't want to change years? I mean, the people, that's something the people could really do is they don't want to change years. Like the people could put it out there. It's like, don't from now on, when we sign, no matter what they say, no matter how they penalize us, we're always going to say it's 20. The year never changes. And that's something the people could push for. It's like, quit tricking us, trying to say, because you're just counting us down. And as I've said before, you know, when you're born, you literally are starting to die. You're born and you start to die when you're born. I mean, that dying process, you get bigger, but still, what is that? You know, it's still that's part of it. And you know, so it's a program to make you think you can get old. And I'll share this. It's like when they start trying to erase everything, and that's why they want to go after your mind and your memories, especially your short-term memories. Because short-term memories is what is functional right now, not sitting reminiscing. But the way you function the quickest and the brightest right now is short-term memory. And that's what, you know, they want to take away as you become an elder. And you know, they replace it with a blank. I mean, they really replace it like the Matrix when Neo is stuck in that white world where it's the train. That's really what it is. That's exactly like what they do to you. They put you in a type of white blinding light. That's what they replace your short-term memory with. White blinding light. You go to think what you just did, and the white light come in. And that's why, you know, I'm fighting hard, and I truly believe that Motivite with gold fights this. Again, I don't sell it. My woman's piece is, you know, I what do you call it? Anointed it. I anointed it. You know, I anointed it back with my singing bowl. And I did get one more thing. Because I haven't cut those big old pieces, and I need to anoint these. And as I said, you know, you suffer from that sleeping psychosis. And these are kind of beveled too, but I bought these to put in my daughter's window. You should put selenite in your window. It keeps shit from coming in. I ain't saying people can't bust them, but that spiritual shit, they stay away from this stuff if it's put in windows. And these are only $2 a piece. They're polished, so. And I need a couple more. I didn't forgot about it. And also the way I, encase myself for protection. A pop a light, you could do the same thing with these. You could put these around you. They would protect you. I mean, these also don't hold negative energy. Selenite can't hold negative energy. So, a very inexpensive crystal that, if you just a crystal starter, quartz and selenite is great to work with. Oh, here we go. Those are easy energies to work with. Yeah, where's the other one? Can't reach it. But I mean, quartz is relatively inexpensive. And it just amplifies. So if you have it in your house, it amplifies you. And, that can go two ways. These, because you can help these release, and these can amplify, Don't know that quartz really holds negative energy either. But you can put Polynesian selenate and release it if it does. These can be released very easily. So, and these are very inexpensive. But I mean, there's lots of ways to put protection on you. It's like, understanding the color of the day. That's another thing, Every day has a color. I do my Mayan cards. When I used to do my Mayan cards, they show you what color it is. Every day has a color. This book here is called the Mayan Placidian Cosmetology. And what they tell you is every day has a particular sound. Every day there's a particular sound. Every day. It's called a light pulse sound. And so they're showing you, how you connect to that. And you can hear this. And this is, Europeans interpreting, what the Mayans left, which sometimes they get pretty spot on because they don't have the prejudice and they want to share the information. And that's great too. Because, they were touched by all this that, kind of touched me as well. Okay, I'm going to say something. It's interesting. And how can I say this? A European had the nerve. This is what he said. I'm going to quote what he said, y'all. This is what this European said. He said that Europeans are tired of us saying things are prejudice. He said, that's what he said. They're tired of us. They said, because they gave us Obama, ain't nothing else racist. They said that giving us Obama was supposed to make us feel like, oh, Lincoln again. And Obama did nothing for us. Matter of fact, things got worse. But he said Europeans are tired of us telling us that by their nature, they're bloodthirsty. That's the history, is bloodthirstiness, killing and taking and pillaging. And so we're just supposed to forget that because it's a new way. They've had to change their times to do the same thing. Again, this ain't aimed at anybody individual, except him, that the one that wants to play God up in Pennsylvania. You said that Europeans are tired of us saying that y'all is racist. Y'all tired of it. You don't want to hear that y'all racist anymore. They're not racist anymore, y'all. And let me tell you, the 2 weeks I was a European, they are still racist. They sit around and just talk about how they could be more racist. I'm telling you, they let me in one of the meetings, and I was like, yeah, that might work, and yeah, that might work. No, that ain't every day, every second, every hour. But to say it no longer exists, and you're tired of us saying that we're tired of being treated a certain kind of way, and the propaganda ain't stopped, because that's part of the whole campaign is propaganda. I mean, what's that movie coming out? That they do magic so the Europeans don't kill on us. That's what the movie, when I saw that little thing, is, the magical niggas, whatever it's called. That's what I saw. It's like, okay, we can do magic around them to make us not kill us. That's what I get out of it. We had to pretend to do magic to make them not lynch and kill us. And lynching wasn't just, melanated folks. Some of them peoples, Italians, a lot of them other folks got it too. But again, brother, Wilmington, we supposed to forget Wilmington? And you say that the Deep South is not affected by it anymore? That's a lie. Read that book about Wilmington, The Wilmington Lie. Read that book. And that book tells you how in Jesse Helms, redlining, they used that racist attack to do policy for the next almost 100 years that favored Europeans. And they're still fighting over that area over the same things, the gerrymandering. So you tell me this was where Europeans forced their way, stopped the federal government, ran those people out of Wilmington, and ran the elected government out and forcibly took over. And that lasted, and it still lasts to this day from that effort. So we're supposed to forget about it. So when we look at politics in North Carolina, because Jesse Helms, who was a Republican, he played the role of the boogeyman that was the KKK down there. So those politics are still going. But you guys are tired of us bringing that up, huh? That I thought this brother was cool, but when he said that shit, I'm like, oh, you one of them. You've been hiding that. You like that dude in Australia. You one of them. Okay. You like that cat in Australia. You one of them. You one of them secret ones. Interesting. No wonder you like to talk about the monks, and that you think that the work the monks do ain't beneficial to mankind. Now I get it. You got that thing on your shoulder. What is his name? Neely? What's that Neely dude's name? You waving that flag, that white supremacy flag, baby. I didn't see that. You waved the white supremacy flag. That's how they talk. The way you sounded today, that's all I heard. I'm like, oh, you Stonewall Jackson, baby. You Stonewall Jackson. It's all about the darkest. I find that rather funny. Because in reality, it ain't gonna go away. And I've said this before, the minute the whatever's in charge, they will blow this mug up and try to poison and kill everybody because they can't be in charge. That's the Planet of the Apes. They would destroy all of it before they would let it change. Now, if that's artificial or not, that could play into it too. If too much is discovered, we got to reset. And I think we get reset all the time. I think Dark City plays. I ran into a motherfucking fog the other day on a winter goddamn day. We drove through a fog, and this is right around my house. We turned to go on the street that goes to my house. I'm hit. My wife even noticed. Out of nowhere was a fucking fog. Now, so I don't know what that was. Was that a reset? Did we get reset? Because it sure wasn't nowhere else. But damn if we didn't have to drive through that shit. So did we get dark citied? I don't know. I think we get reset, and that dark city shit come more than we think. It's hard to say. Because that shit was strange. It was unnatural. unnatural. It was like out of nowhere. We just hit with fog on a winter day. Winter and fog don't really match up. You don't really see fog in the wintertime. I guess you can say, and especially up on this hill. I mean, we don't really see, I can't really say it gets cloudy, but just where this was in one spot. Because when I got out the car, I went back out and it wasn't even there. Because I was like, because driving through it, we was both caught off guard. Like, where the fuck this fog come from? And then then I get out the car because we had to take some groceries and I'm looking back. I'm like, where was the fog? I'm looking at the row houses by me. And I'm like, where's the fog go? So I wonder, what was that? We both experienced it out of nowhere. We didn't experience fog anywhere else but that maybe 3-4 seconds. Or less. It could even been less. But all of a sudden, we was encroached by fog. Do you think it was the aliens and we got, anal probed? Do you think that happened? You think that could have happened? Anal probed? I don't know though. That's a weird experience for me. If the Timberwolves win the championship, you going crazy. You definitely know it. I am definitely going to go crazy. You know what's funny is, remember that Ant? I did that when Ant hit it. I was watching the game with y'all, and Ant won the game. Oh my goodness, I got to find that again. That's short. They didn't let that go because I played too much Curtis Mayfield. But yeah, that was a good one. Ant messed him up. Yeah, and like I said, hopefully we'll get to go to a game pretty soon. So all I gotta do is tomorrow get up and go get my daughter, and we're gonna go to the game. That's my day. Go see the Gophers play. I already see the seats was, my mother and them, and they paid for them, and I'm not. We're sitting up top again. I'm like, oh, okay, to getting these free tickets, but it's an adventure. I've never been to the Williams Arena. They play on a elevated court. And, my first time playing on the court, again, I forgot that it was elevated and I probably broke my foot stepping off. Didn't take a clean step, when the step was higher than what I thought, and broke my foot. Stepped down because a ball had bounced in the stands and I forgot that it was an elevated court. It's my first time playing on one. So when I went off, I stepped funny and literally broke my foot like that. I re-broke it. So yeah. But yeah, shoot. I mean, they let the Lynx win. So I wouldn't be surprised if they let the Timberwolves. And that goes back to I really feel that, we're the Timberwolves and the Lakers, the way they do things. I just think that's relevant. So did y'all catch this? Yeah, here we go. I talked about this a little bit. The Vikings are experimenting. They're experimenting now, y'all. What does this hat say? Discipline attitude. Okay, he's a simp. This is going to be the starting quarterback this week for the Vikings. Check him out. He's a rookie.
With Green Bay at home. Be a great opportunity for us. But just as always, laser focused on this game on Sunday night and, taking care of what we need to do and going from there. So take any questions you got.
What was the process of finding out you're going to start this week?
It's really low.
KO just, had us in and spoke to us and just let us know what was going on. And we just went from there and got right into work.
And how long did it take you to kind of get back right after that concussion?
Yeah, it took about 2 weeks. I wasn't out for those 2 games following Atlanta. I wasn't there traveling with the team or at the game. So it's about 2 weeks, and I started feeling myself again.
Yeah.
So.
We had to talk to you since then. Just like getting your chance to start and things going well, and then being done in the first quarter.
That's football, It's kind of a lot to take in the moment. Obviously the brain was a little rattled and trying to understand what's going
on. Okay, he's going to get rattled again. Let's see what the coach got to say about it. Let's see what the coach has to say about it. His mic is so bad. There's a coach. Let's see what the coach says about it.
Just wanted to update
Okay, here he wants to update us. See what he's gonna update about. We're gonna play the rookie again. The rookie is okay now.
Just wanted to update you guys as we've kind of gone through the week and really feel good about our process and our plan for the game. Jaron Hall will start the football game. Going back and really looking at some of the things he did in his short time out there against Atlanta. I was unfortunate when he got dinged up, and now that he's healthy, he's had a few great weeks of preparation, and look forward to seeing what Jaron can do. There's a lot of reasons why we brought Jaron here, having to do with his ability and what we look forward to seeing come to life on Sunday night. I also want to just say I thought Nick Mullins, as explosive as we were as an offense, his ability to, help us get 24 points back-to-back games, he knows, and they had a great conversation with both those guys throughout the week. A lot of dialogue, but we have to maintain possession.
Well, he has the most experience coming into camp. That's what I'll give he has. He has the most experience going back to camp. He probably has a greater grasp on the NFL. And it's sad, the Dobbs jerseys was going, I'm gonna tell you the sweet jersey, what's his name? Brown for New England. Them jerseys in blue, I found them at 50. I'm gonna see if I can get them cheaper than 50. But 50 was kind of not bad. I mean, you're getting a jersey. For the New England quarterback, what was his name from Alabama? They ain't been starting. His jersey's been falling off, but they're pretty cheap too. So, what is this?
A new Planet Fitness is now open.
What is this? Show support after Andover man suffers fall on vacation. Damn. Okay, I got to show this story. This is crazy. I want y'all to hear this shit. Oh wow. Okay. This is not debauchery, but this is just like, I guess you got to really be a slum rock.
Is rallying behind a star athlete.
Andy Grubner suffered a devastating fall while on vacation with his family in Mexico. They say he was sleeping on the patio bed when he got up in the night to go to the bathroom and went over the railing, falling 3 stories. As WCCO's Kirsten Mitchell reports, the support from home is helping lift their family up in this difficult time.
Cancun for the holidays, a dream family trip for the Grubners from Andover until the first night.
The post, Andy's an amazing, selfless guy, and at some point slept out on the patio so that he wouldn't be waking people up. And again, it was our first night here, so he fell off.
Okay, let's look at this, guys. He sleep on the patio. Now, Andy looks old enough to drink, and I'm pretty sure this sounds like Andy was in Mexico, forgot where he was, and he went off the patio, drunk. And doesn't that what they look at the parents? Look at them. Does it look like they're telling the full truth? That they let their son drink? And they let their son drink to the point where his judgment was so off, they didn't even let him come into it. What did she say? They didn't want him to come in. He didn't want to come in because to wake them up. All right? I mean, don't you see the guiltiness in their face of letting their son just go to Mexico and get drunk? You know what this reminds me of? Remember last year or year before, we had a motherfucker on a cruise ship? And he got so drunk, everybody was hyping him up. This nigga jumped off, and they never found him. You see him swimming for a little while, and after that, he disappeared. You can't tell me these aren't guilty faces. You can't tell me these aren't faces of parents. Let's go back. These are guilty faces. Look at this. This is called a gross movement, gross body movement. You can't tell me they're not guilty. Why are they in front? Look at her. She know it. From reading their faces, he was drunk and he fell off the balcony. because he was drunk. This is what I'm reading off of this. Mexico, you need to only be 18. Exactly. Definitely aliens. So, this is like, let's hear how much they keep lying. Let's hear them lying, because they're going to keep lying. They ain't going to tell the real story. Look how guilty these people are.
Andy fell 3 stories to the ground, suffering serious spinal cord injuries, leaving him unable to walk.
We're lucky he's even here. I mean, we're so lucky he's even here, just because he's a strong, healthy young man.
The 24-year-old excelled in football at Andover High School and then at UW River Falls, where he played with Andover coach Tom DeVellis' son.
Just a great athlete, a kid that always had an impact on his teammates.
Okay. He was 24 years old. He was drunk. And they didn't say nothing. Again, what can you tell a 24-year-old? He's in Mexico. He's so drunk, he's got to sit on the patio. And he's so drunk, he forgot where he was. He just walked into the thing and flipped over. And these people is all looking guilty. 24 years old. He was drunk. And they probably couldn't get him to go into his room, because you know how drunk people get belligerent. So he seemed like a person that had a lot of privilege.
And, somebody that our community, I think, as kids got older, that was a name that everybody knew.
The tight-knit community is supporting Andy from afar as his family navigates his medical needs from a different country.
Totally. Oh my gosh. I don't think any of us would be overwhelming. Yeah, we wouldn't even be standing.
His selflessness was seen even as he was heading into surgery.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're not taking him to America. Again, it may be that severe. They trying to get this American bread. So I don't know. I'd be like, hey, they probably telling him if we don't do this, he can't really be moved, I imagine. But, this dude got drunk. And, privileged, got drunk, couldn't nobody tell him nothing. Oh, this is a new one.
Brutal surprise attack that nearly killed a...
Okay, I didn't know about this one. This might be some debauchery. I don't know about this one, but let's check it out.
Brutal surprise attack that nearly killed a Brooklyn Park man was caught on camera. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Doran.
And I'm Lindsey Brown. Authorities have charged a suspect with first-degree attempted murder.
Yeah, Brett Hoffland spoke with the man's mother, and he joins us now with the video you're seeing first on 5.
Yeah, this recovery is absolutely incredible, guys. 23-year-old Devin Gray was just released from the hospital yesterday after spending most of the month there. His injuries are so severe because he was beaten with a metal bat for over a minute. And tonight we're seeing the moments leading up to this attack for the very first time. It's the early morning hours of December 9th. Devin Gray is returning home to his mother's house in Brooklyn Park. As he walks up to the door, a man comes from behind and starts beating him with a metal bat. The home security camera capturing it all.
We heard his car pull up, so we thought everything was fine. So then a few minutes later, we kept hearing a tick, 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 and we just didn't know what he was doing.
Gray's mom, Christine Loretta, and others rushed outside to find him unresponsive and chased the suspect away.
He was all bloody. It was really bad. I was in disbelief. I didn't know what to think or who would have done this.
Gray suffered skull fractures and severe groin injuries. Court documents say he was hit nearly 50 times with that bat.
For this guy to come out of nowhere and just try to kill him, pretty much, it's just beyond me.
32-year-old Mario Riera Arias was later arrested and is charged with attempted first-degree murder. Authorities believe Riera Arias was estranged from his ex-wife, and she was in some sort of relationship with Gray.
How frustrated are you that it led to this?
It's frustrating because had this man never came and said something to my son, like, I'm trying to get back with my ex-wife or something, he would have backed away.
The 23-year-old works as a detention deputy with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. And now he's trying to...
So, I don't know if I'm just different. Because every time I get out of my car, I know how they park out there. Like there's a lot of parking on the street out there. It's pretty, it's not a lot of traffic, so people generally park. And again, winter, you might have to rotate what side you're on, but once I would get out, it's no way a person could run up behind me and I would never hear them. Like, first of all, when I got out of my car and I'm walking up to my house, there's no way someone could run up behind me and me not notice. Now, this guy got a little bit of training. And how didn't he hear somebody run up behind him? Because you could have ran away from something like that. One hit only break your arm. After, you can still run with a broken arm. And he ain't gonna run as fast because he got that bat. So he ain't gonna run as fast as you can run. So I knew I was about to say it was one of them Brown brothers that did the beating. You could see it. But over again, if he had that thing on him with a bat coming at you, you can shoot him. And this man is trained. So why didn't he shoot him? That's interesting to me. Probably didn't have that heat on him.
Just do basic things like walk and talk.
Basically, learning everything from scratch again.
While questions remain about what this recovery looks like, Gray's family is grateful for progress one day at a time.
He doesn't know what his future holds right now. He doesn't know what he's going to be able to do.
According to jail records, Riera Arias is expected to make his next court appearance on January 10th. And if you'd like to support Devin and his...
Give him some bread. Wow. Just shows you got to always, have your head on a swivel. It's just the way life is. Always have your head on the swivel, especially, you messing with some crazy people.
Like the Andover community.
You never know when you mess with crazy people. You may think, she looks cute, but you better get that baggage around her. She may be so cute, but you better find that baggage around her. Because don't let them, this is interesting what they did up here. This is a couple days ago, but they're putting that red flag stuff here. And we're very, up here, it's very, very pro-gun up here. Very pro-gun. So how long have I been going? Oh, I ain't got to go much longer. Yeah, it ain't that late either. So Long Time City, yeah. I think I got everything I wanted to go tonight. Wasn't too much more. But yeah, yeah, you got to pay attention to what's around you. You can't. There's no way. I just, even when I get, I even, like, when I get out of my car in the garage, I'm like, that's a vulnerable time too. But you're in my garage. So if I pop you in the garage, you just popped. Yeah, because that's inside the house. So, dude with a baseball bat, you could shoot him. You should you should have that smile. Remember in the Malcolm movie, Smile Before He Got Shot? You should have that smile right the moment before he's about to hit you and pow. Nobody now. Who's that looking at the window? Nobody. Yeah, oh man, these goofy people up here, man, they are still going on ice and falling in ice, y'all. These jokers up here it ain't really been like right now. What is the temperature? What is the temperature up here? What is it? 29 degrees right now? 28 degrees. It ain't okay. Yeah, today, even tomorrow, it's gonna get up to 43 degrees. The water got to be 20 degrees for months, for weeks. It ain't been like that. So it's, the ice ain't freezing. I told you, that winter of 11, I was supposed to work in a warming house. The park ice never froze enough. And they fill it with water. They put extra water there and it never froze. Never froze. So, these idiots, riding the ATVs on it, riding their snowmobiles. It's going to be 43 here tomorrow, right? My brother-in-law said it was the coldest, the warmest December ever. And I say 11 probably wasn't bad. Because last year at this time, not only did we have 14, 15 inches of snow, we had balmy weather. And that's that real cold. You know, I was looking up the word blizzard. You know, the word blizzard, we first find it in history as the person boxing, as a dude hitting him with a blizzard of punches. And then we see it, you know, finally, blizzard meaning a rush of snow, you know, a rush of snow. And we see it in first or second print, Little House on the Prairie, that chick. They talk about a rush of snow being a blizzard. Fast moving snow. So yeah, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. Let's see. What does this lead to? I don't know if y'all like these. I don't know if dudes would wear these, but would y'all wear these Sabrina shoes? They're probably a good court shoe. Somebody buying these ugly mugs. But I must say, they're probably a very good court shoe. I wouldn't imagine that she would be around shoes that weren't court shoes. Oh. So I hadn't considered that. They're probably a really good court shoe. These are nice. They got these in my size. 13s. I wear 13 and a half. So I don't know. Let's see. I like this one. Okay. Herringbone like, well, yeah, more swish. What does this say? Time to stand up. Oh, time to go to bed. I don't know. I bet for court shoe, inexpensive. This is inexpensive. I bet they're a good court shoe. I take that back. I guess I bet on pickleball, they'd probably really be a good pickleball shoe. I'm looking at the way this is made now. Wow, yeah, they'd probably be a real good pickleball shoe. I'm looking at what it's taken from other shoes, and she would be more court. That's why they try to push this as a hoop shoe, because it's a court shoe. I hadn't thought about that. Probably is a pretty good court shoe. Ooh, let's see. Oh. All right, let's check it out. New releases. Air Jordan Mid. It's got to be other names for this stuff. New and featured. What are they showing me? Oh, here we go. Zoom Varelmo. Here we go. What is these? There ain't the names on these. It's got to be a name on this. It's not just Air Jordan Retro. What is this one called? This one has to be called something. It's not telling me what it's called. It's not just Air. This has got a name. It's funny. I wonder how they come up with all these names. You know, how do they come up with all these names? And this is the black version of them. Yeah, I couldn't wear these. These ain't got enough. But somebody likes them. They're sold out. Somebody likes them. I saw that shirt. I have a shirt like they showed. Are these tech pants, or are these just regular sweats? They look like just regular sweats. Those tech pants. Sportswear tech fleece. Yeah, these is techs. Got them down to $125. Dunk Low Twist. Nike Court Legacy. How do they come up with these names? Like this, that's got to be one of the greatest things. Hey, where's the shoe namer? Well, we're gonna put this blue on it. It's gonna be called some. Oh, the tech for the young ones. Tech wear for the young ones. What are these? Why am I in the? Okay. Nike Tech Fleece Reimagined. Now the one I saw wasn't even this. It wasn't this. I don't know if I'd pay $200 for that. What we got here? Why are we into? Okay. Nike Streak Fly. How do they come up with these names? I wouldn't buy. Okay, these are the new ones that's coming out, or they just came out. I think I bought these for my son when he's in 8th grade. This is one of my favorite shoes of all time, the original pair. Now they're not very comfortable. But yeah, this is one of the my favorite pair. I had the Carolina blue ones. And this peels off. That's what mine did. These little flames here peeled off. As you see, it's quite popular. It looks like they're all sold out of bigger sizes. So somebody likes them. Somebody likes them. But I had a chance to get them, but I passed. I don't think I like these Cosmic Unities. I don't know. I don't really like those. These is a little of the higher tops. One Element. Okay, these is Gore-Tex. So these are waterproof. These are waterproof. And they still got a lot of sizes because these are ugly shoe. But they got 3 colorways. Look at this. If you want this one, 13s. That one, 13s. 13s in all of them. But this is waterproof. So, you want a sneaker, waterproof sneaker. It's broken on the bottom like that. Let's see that again. Oh, okay. That's the way it's. Okay. But yeah. So the Gore-Tex are, and don't hurt to spray them, even if, they're waterproof. Like my boots, I spray on my boots. I put mink oil on them. Even my tennis shoes, I put mink oil on everything. Okay. And these are what? How much? 200? Yeah. Okay. Probably not bad. The way the weather been now, these are okay. I could see that. Pass. High method of make. So this is suede. I like the art, but I wouldn't buy them, but I like the art. Yeah, my daughter wants a pair of these. What are these called? Yeah, Air Mash. She wants those. And I saw them on sale for a minute. Jordan, Stay Loyal. I wouldn't buy that ugly stuff. Good tech wear. 145. Some of them was like you could get them for 105. Let's see if all of them are okay. All of these, but at one point you could get these at 105, and this is the newest tech wear. Jordan Shades, Stadium. Oh, these probably be good pickleball shoes. What are these? Jordan Stadium 90. Yeah, probably be good pickleball shoes. Sabrina ones. Again, we saw those. I like these. I definitely like these. I think these are the 2s. I think I have the 3s. This is my pair. I get them mixed up. I think these are. I got these, and I'm gonna play on the court pickleball with these next year. Sustainable material. I still think these are tech pants. Again, suede like. Just in. What are these called? They got to be called something. Jordan 1 Take 5. Okay. Look like a boat shoe or something. Ugly ass shoes. Big kids. I don't know. I just find it fun to look at all the different gear and the clothing. I am a shoe junkie, y'all. No doubt. No doubt. What I want to point out. Now I'll tell you a deal I missed. This one, yeah, these went down to 145. Let's see. Yeah, these was at the outlet for 145. And I kept thinking I should go get one of these. I should go get them while they're at 145. And yeah, I just was like, okay, I'll let these get away because these got down to 145. And you see they're back up to 210. These are super comfortable. I'm not a runner or nothing, but these are comfortable. I let those get away. Those were actually probably a good deal to get. All right. Let that go away. So, it's just funny how, I'm about to cut this. I'm not going to go as long. Last night they cut me at almost 3 hours. I think I was going on 4. I think I was going on 4 hours, but I just like it's I guess how people feel really come out. Now I'm very racist. I'm the first one. I'm racist as hell. I'm very racist. Definitely. There's no doubt about that. I'm probably one of the most racist people you know. So I understand. I understand it. But I was quite surprised. The man said they tired of us calling them racist. It ain't racist no more, America. Racism went over because the guy from Pennsylvania, he said it's over. So believe me, racism is over. They tired of it. They say it's no more. You can raise your bootstraps up, you know, and they ain't going to try to hold you back. And let me tell you, I saw racism the other day at the park. I showed you, right? I showed you it. My best friend, his daughter, his son, his daughter, she didn't know not to either have a clear purse or don't bring one in, but her purse was small enough to get in. And because he had that jersey on, Detroit jersey, we in Minnesota, they held him up, made him go pay. She had to go, you got to go pay. It's like maybe almost $10 for them to hold your purse. And it was racist. I went right through. It's about 30, 40 ways you can get through. And I'm seeing other people. That's why I was trying to show from my film. So that just shows you that's small. Where the person really, they got power to make you go spend more money. Give you a hard time over nothing. So if it still exists on that small plane, it exists in the big plane too. And let's remember affirmative action where they was forced to hire people. And remember what the Clintons did? Gave it to European women. And some states did without it. Said it's an equal playing field. Who really believes that even in 2023? 2023 ain't that much different than 1923. A lot of niggas still locked up, working for pennies. 1923, same thing. A lot of niggas locked up, working for nothing. So what has changed? Well, you had Obama. Let me remind you, Obama was Jewish faith and African. He ain't us. Jewish faith and African. And not African that got brought over. One of them Africans. So you can't cite that it's equal because of Obama. And this is really what it is. For it to be equal, Europeans would have to be squashed. That's the only way it would ever be equal. That's the only thing Europeans understand is force. When they're forced to shift, then they shift. But if they're not forced to shift, they ain't shifted what? How long? When they cite them 400 years, that's how long you British has been here. And isn't that sad? That's the only way things will shift. Even with all these people coming from the border, and they're going to try to claim them. Everybody knows that ancestral production is absolutely right. They're going to claim them. They're going to let the light ones claim European. Because I watched the dude said already that you want to be more like the Spanish. He said, you know, that they have favorism and caste down there. You want to look more Spanish. And that's how a lot of them in this country think they're going to survive. By letting them be the new rednecks. Because they always need a buffer force. And ain't enough of them to be the buffer force anymore. They're outnumbered. And they've been outnumbered. We just didn't realize it. They're dividing stuff. And again, Mississippi, Alabama, it was more melanated people. And melanated people should have fought them to the death. To every man, woman, child dies, just fight all the time. But they didn't do that. They rolled over and got rolled over. So yeah, I'm a little hyped up because I was caught by surprise of that rhetoric. That they're tired of it. That waves that flag. That waves that flag. And it's like, wow, okay, that's what you about. You still got that. You're supposed to be so knowledgeable, but you still got that flag in your corner. You don't mind the hood. You just show your face, but you don't mind the hood. That's what you showed me. and you one of them. Oh, secretly, I guess it ain't a secret. He spilled it out the beans. Out of all the stuff I've been listening to, he was just like, hey, I'm one of them. Okay. So you trying to tell them about this stuff. You don't really want everybody to listen. You only want a certain group to listen. Oh, that's funny to me. But there's a reality that you can't just be thinking about racism all day because, that'll drive you crazy. But to say things are even playing field, we're far from that. All the presidents has always been related. Senators, a lifetime job. Yet they stopped the people in the states from being lifetime senators and lifetime congressmen. They stopped the people in the states. They made them have term limits, so they stopped the state people having so much power. But yet the senators can keep it. It's a lifelong job. You got Pelosi went in there, wasn't rich. The president definitely went. He was one of the poorest people in the modern era to go into the Senate. Joe Biden. And Joe Biden showed you he would sacrifice blood from the very beginning. Gave up a daughter and a wife. So that's a monster there. He gave up blood quick. And gave his son up. That had been in the military. So that man, you'd have thought, now think about it, how they sacrifice people. You'd have thought he was sacrificed a drug addict. It's easier to kill a drug addict than it is a military person. But the controllers must have said, we need, that's too easy. That's too easy. Let me change bases a little bit. It's funny, I don't know if this still has it. Yeah, it does. This is made in Nepal, and it is brass. The best singing bowls are brass. All the ones I have, this is painted brass, but it's still brass. My big one back there is definitely, it's not even painted brass. So where I bought these crystals from, they had some, and I don't know what the fuck those were made out of. Because I was looking, I was like, what are they made out of? They're made out of some bullshit. I was like, okay, I'm looking at the prices. They had a couple quartz ones. And quartz singing bowls are really nice. You can't really hit them. They don't really give you a long time, but when you stir them up, they give you a nice tone. So, but you can find them, online. Well, guys, I don't really broadcast on Friday, so with the holiday coming, maybe Saturday. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do Saturday. I usually do a recap. Yeah. And I don't think I'm gonna go live at Tony's house for the game. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I might go live for Michigan game. I don't know. So I might not be, I might be off until next week, y'all. So if I come on Saturday, you check. I don't know if y'all get they let you know. I'm not sure. But yeah. So I'm gonna cut it off here. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for the ones that asked stuff. I appreciate it. And yeah. I don't know. It's like where we like what is the word? We like muses, a muse is someone to give you inspiration. And we use a lot of different things for inspiration. And that's one of the things is like what inspires you to be great? Like what do you have there that pushes you to do better? That pushes you to make whatever you're trying to do the best that you can make it. What kind of self-motivation do you have? Because that can be applied to many different scenarios. And like when you are doing things, are you doing things, and especially what you're going after, your goals, how are you going after them? Are you really going after them? I want to bring something up too. It's like grief, and it's like unhealthy grief. Now, the past 4 or 5 years, young people back in Michigan, well, the nigga wasn't even in Michigan. A lot of young people starting to, pass. And I have two cousins. One's a third and one's a fourth cousin. They're one's mother is my first cousin. The other one is my first cousin is her grandmother, if you understand that. But my one cousin that she's 50, well, she's probably 54. Yeah, my brother's 57. She's probably 54, 53, 54. She's born in 70, so she's probably only 53, right? 53, maybe going on 54. Yeah. But anyway, he just had a birthday. They had a party for him. And don't you know, she had a cutout of him. And they were taking pictures with the cutout. So they had a party for somebody that ain't alive. And they taking pictures with this. Now, if that's not necromancy, that's practicing necromancy at this point. And I bet she's still in his, like I helped one lady because, I was like, is your son still in your dreams? So I had to hit her with a few things. I'm like, okay, this is going to help that. Tell him you are okay. Tell him that you are okay. And I think, my cousin probably hasn't done that. She hasn't, sent to him, I'm okay. I can move on. Because she's showing the opposite. And that puts a, oh, that's what dropped my chapstick. I mean, that puts a lot of negative energy around you because you're not letting something that wants to naturally rest. And that makes the energy, I mean, that really bothers the energy. When you have something that needs to rest and you constantly stirring it up. And, that starts attaching stuff. And, you can bring things through that you might not necessarily want to bring through by doing this practice. Because before you know it, you're putting a lot of this death stuff around you. Every day she does pictures on Facebook of him. Now, love, I understand the love of a child. And, I haven't lost a child. And, I mean, when you, as a parent, when they're away from you, your heart starts breaking a little bit. Just them being away, living their lives. These is your lines. So I understand my lines is, all around. Them lines come to your heart. And you learn, as a parent, you learn, when they go out, that you got to let them go out. Because that's the way they learn the world. And there's nothing you can do about that. You hopefully the trip is smooth. The ship is smooth as it could be. And so I don't know if she could ever hear this, but at one point you got to let go. Because you're keeping something around, just like you're keeping something rotten around you almost. I wouldn't be surprised every now and then she smells just out of nowhere. She smells something, rotten. Because that's what you bringing around you. You bringing around rotten stuff. And you've turned that love for him into something that is rotting. And yet you keep feeding it. So, I mean, not more I can say than that. Because at some point, you do have to let it go. Move on. You showing people the opposite, that you ain't moving on. So, I guess people deal with things differently. Because, it is a crushing experience. These multiple lives, I've seen it. I've talked to before, in one reality, they kill everybody. I'm just the last one living. And so I've said, sometimes these portals don't be that fun. It don't be them, you in paradise. No, you in the suffering zone. So, it ain't, every experience ain't groovy. It ain't, good trips. Some of that reality comes through is like some harsh ass reality. But again, it's, as a spiritual person, you got to be able to feel it all. You got to be able to see all the views of it. Because if you just know good, again, when it's crooked, you can't tell it's crooked. If all you're seeing is good, if the good has a little crooked in it, you can't get it. But it shows you every experience ain't, good experience. All the moments can be real fucked up. But as they say, even when it's bad, it's good because it's life. That's what the Gnostics say. Even when it's bad, it's good because it's life. And you had to go through that experience where you say, okay, I can't cry anymore. You beast, you made me cry. I ain't got no more. You're replaying it, beast. You've done that to me before. So how do you think I'm going to feel now? I've done it several times and you bring it up again. And I'm just like, okay, you've done it before. So I'm not going to act the same way. It's not going to affect me the same way. It hurts. It definitely hurts. But I'm not going to put into it what I did before. It's not going to destroy me like it destroyed me before. Patti LaBelle, new attitude. And it's funny, like even me walking at the mall, it's like every moment, and that's why when we can be around a lot of people, it just shows us the love that humanity really has. It just shows that we can act together without any racism. And again, I was within a city that just turned into 100,000 people, and everybody knows how to get along. Think about that. 100,000 people go to a place, and they all get along. So are you telling me the only time we know how to get along is when we're consuming? Is that what it is? That we can only get along when we all consume together. If we're in a position to consume together, where I can go consume and buy whatever I want, then I can get along with everybody. Is that what that is telling us? That is our only way to get along. Consume, entertainment. Are these the only ways we can get along? We consume, we're entertained, we can be fed. But we know human interaction is so much more than that. But how come in those kind of ways we get along and all the judgments are pretty neutral? Pretty neutral. We can act neutral together. We don't have to like, we don't have to dislike. We can all go amongst thousands of ours, tens of thousands of each other, and we can act neutral to each other. You ain't got to like or dislike. We just neutral. Isn't that a great way for society to be? But again, the only time we seem to be able to do it is if we consuming, we being entertained, we being fed. How come the rest of it, when we go to our jobs, we go to our homes, we go to our banks, some of these other businesses, and that flag comes up. You dealing with somebody, all of a sudden the flag come up. Like with Richard Pryor say, somebody called me nigga. It's like, oh, I got to deal with all this other racism. And then, the nigga thing come, all that stress. And that's what happens with the flag comes up. You're like, oh, this motherfucker got one of them flags. What do they say? All is revealed. Motherfucker revealed himself. It's like, oh. What does he say? What does Dick Gregory say on My Little Short? A lot of y'all don't even know you're racist. Decent white folks. Where's Dick Gregory at? What does he say?
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
Thank you, Dick. They don't know it. And practice the flag. So I'll get off of that. It is all about doing you. That's life. And like I was saying about Will Chamberlain, he was such a great person. I mean, there was a part where they talked about he would just talk to people on the phone for hours. He had a teammate where the teammate's granddaughter was dying. He befriended her the months before she died. Would just talk to her once a week. As I said, my whole life I've always had best friends. In college, I had best friends growing up. And my best friend, we've been best friends for 15 years. I've lived here for going on 18 now. And we've been best friends for 15 years, going on 16. So, and I talk to him like he's a relative. I didn't talk to him today. I talked to him yesterday. And I'm going to see him. We going over there Monday. So I got to call him to tell him, what do I need to bring? What do I need to bring? So. But this time, they pushing in this in where we make them agreeable that the year changes, so it's something they can put on their tombstone, expire date. And like you look at it, it's like, am I going to survive these next 12 months? In average, most people don't really have to think about it, but it's there. It's there to mark you. Well, this was the end right here. I didn't see that coming. I thought I'd make it through 24. When it doesn't matter when they do it. Because it's that's not the end, and that's a block too. You don't realize that's a block, because that wants to block you spiritually from any more evolving spiritually. That's why they put that there. You only started here. They try to make you think you had no consciousness before that start date, like there was nothing else before there, like nothing else was before then. But this is where you started, right here. Matter of fact, America don't even count to 9 months. Russia's give you 9 months. Well, you were 1 month, 2 month, 3. So, America, they make you think you're younger than what you are. Because you're actually 9 months older. And they say, no, we only count from when you're out. Not all countries count like that. But just as I looked at Wilt's life, and just as you should look at your life, and you have a lot of love, and your intentions are always honorable. And if you treat people honorable, and you're respectful to the people that deserve respect. There's some people you talk to and you don't really talk to them. You don't openly disrespect, but you talk to them very plain. You understand? You give them very plain rap. But the greatest feeling is, I don't know, just to be able to make your family and your loved ones joyful. Just so you have those little moments that live forever. They give you that look. They give you that touch. And it's just, I love my wife so much. Because I'm probably one of the first people came in her life that, I look out for her. She always says I have her back, and she knows. I've showed it. I saw some things that was stressing her for no reason. I had to make, like, can't keep having this stress. This got to change. Like, yeah, this has to change. So, we help each other like that. And, my own way I've evolved and the different manifestations that I've had. And I do live what I manifest. Yeah. So I think I'll let it go there. So I want to, if I don't come on the next couple of days, maybe Saturday. Yeah, right now I don't think we're doing anything Saturday. So maybe Saturday. I don't know what movies is coming out. I haven't seen Willy Wonka. Don't want to see that Color Purple shit. Not at all. But I'll say this, one thing that they can't help about this coming New Year's, there's a lot of energy they got to release, and you can almost hook into it. There's a lot of energy they release coming this New Year's, and so it's out there. It's where they open it up. So start and then we've just coming out of full moon, so it's and a solstice, so it's a lot of energy going around. So make it positive for you. Tap into it. Look at it as extra energy to manifest for the coming year. Like I said, I might come on Saturday before it all changes. I don't know. It's no guarantee. There's never any set schedule, but more than likely, probably. So thank you for coming. Thank you for the support. Oh, I did another half hour. So thank you all that hung in until now. I hope you appreciate what I give out and I give freely. I hope you appreciate that. And so